Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, that never... What? That never... Do you know what? I've been in Cyprus, haven't I? And Natasha's lad was with me. You know, you can't keep lads. He's a teenage lad, happy. And we worked out a wonderful little routine where his mobile phone took control of me. You know what I mean? And so I'd be talking like this. Hello, everybody. Good to see you, and whatever. And I pick a subject. Okay, then out there is a warship going on. And when he was just talking to me, he went click like that, and back on again. It was really funny. I think there's a routine there somewhere where you could have a remote control. You know these universal remote controls that do the lights, they can do this, they can do this, they can switch your heating on and all the rest of it. What about the one that shuts the fucking wife up? Wouldn't that be good? And well, I don't think you should bloody well go out all the time, you know, it's all right for you. It'd be fucking magic, wouldn't it? How much do you reckon you could sell them for? You know, trouble is if someone gets up, oh, hey, stop doing that with that. Oh, make me stand up. I'm up here. Right. So I'm back from Cyprus where I stayed at the fantastic Four Seasons Hotel in Limassol. And there's lots of different people there. I saw a Ukrainian woman who made the omelettes. She was just fantastic. And she was teaching me how to speak Ukrainian a little bit. Like, do you want some cheese in this? Which in Ukrainian is cheese. And so, and she was serving the Russians, and the Russians were speaking to the Ukrainians, and the Jews were speaking to the Arabs. I didn't see a lot of Muslim people there. No, I didn't really. I saw lots of other people. I don't think that they have the problem with illegal immigration that we do. When I got back to Heathrow Airport this morning, I'm recording this yesterday, so today is Wednesday. I got back early hours this morning, 2 o'clock. We had a woman pilot, and she obviously got lost on the way, so we were an hour longer than we should have done. It's called a cockpit. Ha, 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 ha. I always remember the joke of the Irish pilot. This was in the day we didn't do Irish jokes, and they're coming into land, and I said, Murphy, that runway is awful short. He said, it is, but look how fucking wide it is. Did you get that joke? Anyway, so I flew back to England. When I landed in England, there was more foreign faces at the airport than the foreign people or the people that I saw in Cyprus. We got off the plane and there were Indian people, Pakistani, Bangladeshis. There was a funny woman from Japan or China, one of, you know, Asian-looking person. And there was a mixed-race guy on the Border Patrol. Now, the Border Patrol all had their yellow gear on, Border Force. They're almost as if they got MP5 strapped to the front of them. They got all the gear, handcuffs coming out. Who are you trying to fucking kid? If you want to be Border Force like that, get down to Dover and Folkestone. I was trying to work out what we're going to do with illegal immigrants. Right, here's the thing. Here is the thing. Is anyone brave enough to stop them at sea, right? Get them on board, take them back to France, put them in the dinghy with enough fuel to get the 2 miles back to the beach and leave them to do that? Why can't we do that? Why can't we take them back to the last point of origin where they entered British national territory and take them back? What would France do? We are not having them back. You fucking are. No. We will stop you. We will, yeah? Remember the last time? When was the last time you fucking... Do you know, I saw a great bit the other day where this man was going to... he's going to the Border Patrol in France, you know, again, Border Patrol. And he's got his old passport out. Look, here's mine here, look, from this morning. And he couldn't find his passport. So he went to the border, but he said, I can't find my passport. When was the last time you were in France? Well, he said, it was actually 1944, and on a beach at Normandy, and I couldn't find a fucking Frenchman for love nor money to show my passport to. And that! So, okay, without us, you will all be fucking speaking German, you French people. So what you've got to get in, as much as I love French people, and I think that I do, especially Parisians, I love their arrogance. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. little Mr. Mitterrand or whatever his name is. Is it him, Mr. Mitterrand? Mr. Papadopoulos? I'm all Greek. Yeah, so Rishi should phone him up. They're about the same size, aren't they? In fact, I think the other one's smaller. He could get in Rishi's trousers and make them look normal. And so what you say to him is this: we're not having these people leaving France. We're going to take them back and put them on your beach. We will not allow that. How are you going to fucking stop us? We have a navy. Remember what happened to your fucking navy during the war? Did you know what happened to the French navy during the war? They were parked up somewhere in Libya or somewhere like that. The French fleet were there. And Winston Churchill gave an order to our fleet that was outside this harbour: give your ships up to us, this is the French, our allies, or we will open fire. The French didn't, so they opened fire and they killed 2,000 French sailors. Apparently, I might have my facts wrong, forgive me if anyone gets umpy about that. But we sunk the majority of the French fleet because we didn't want it fall into German hands. Now, that's why the French Navy and the British Navy, the Royal Navy, have this little thing about one another, the odd punch up down the Champs-Élysées when our fucking matelots are going for a little run ashore. So we should say to France, you're going to have these people back. Well, if you bring them back and it's a state of war, yeah, fucking bring it on. Bring it on. Why are we so worried about France? What? Just say, no, we're not having these fucking people. That's your problem. Once they leave your country, you can have them back. That's what I would say. The French know it is a state of war. Fucking come on then, bring it on. Send us shipping all our fucking tanks miles when they've got to go down to Dover. Some of our tanks can fire 23 miles. Don't you worry about that. We'll have Calais in fucking bits. And then you can build a nice refugee camp and take them there. If you're fucking stupid enough to let them in your country in the first place, right, you've got to take responsibility for that. Oh, no, what are we going to do about the border with Belgium? Well, nothing. We don't have to do nothing because they're not coming to France. They don't want to stay here. They want to fuck off to the Rosbifs, England. So that saves money on a border thing. How much money are we giving you French people every year to stop these people coming over? 6, 7 million? But yet they come. I wonder why they're still coming. Is it because you're inefficient, or do you want another 6 million? Do you want it to keep going because there's still the problem? If the problem ends, you lose the fucking money, don't you? Well, I'm here to tell you, you know what the Royal Navy is like. If I was Prime Minister, we're going to send the fucking lot back. How's that? Wouldn't that be good? If only you could be that mental as a politician. I'd only last a week, but what a fucking week it would be. Let's have a look here. The autocue's gone tits up today because Harley has taken up masturbation as a second hobby. Right, so here we go. Yes, he's in the Olympics now. He thinks he can break the all-comers records. There was a wanking competition in the Olympics once, because my mate, he came first and third, fourth and fifth. Broke the all-comers record. Right, anyway, hello to all my friends in Dubai. My mate was got, I'm going to go over to Dubai. Right, they've had this terrible piss down of rain and flooded. You don't think it would flood in the desert? You think deserts are just boiling hot? You know, they're like that film, aren't they? You see the soldiers walking along, it's a mirage. No, they're fucking hostile places. I knew a guy who froze to death in the desert in the Iraq war. Shame. Poor old Vince. There you go. Rest in peace, Vince, mate. Froze to death. You wouldn't think you'd freeze to death in the Iraqi desert. But anyway, so now there are suspicions, it says here, that the horrific flooding may have been self-inflicted because the UAE heavily relies on cloud seeding, a technique which sees aircraft fire salt flares into the... Let me explain. The cloud. Right, the cloud in the sky, all fluffy and white and lovely for us, and all up there in the heavenly most, and do a floaty. Oh yes, because it is the vaporization of the sun on the surface of the moon and boil it, and all the hot water boily on the face and the sore throat and like that with the menthol and fall a bit all down there. Well, the cloud do a floaty most and whatever, and go over to the cooler, cool down, whatever, and down come the rain, the deluge, and the sinky most, and the floaty all off. And the Noah built an ark with the 2 animals on there and all floaty off, and the 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, do a pissy most and flallopit and all flume hit the thing. And off they went, 40 day and 40 night, it pissed down the rain and all of them flallopit and all damp. worse than Wales. And then, can you imagine the smell, all chucky up of the boat, the animals are all flopping, spewing everywhere. Within a week, knee deep in shite and floating all through the toenails and up the shebas and in the beard and the flopping, all sweet cornage and all the stinky most. And so, as it happens, Noah got all the shit because of making the boat with all the spewage and the carrot everywhere. No wonder the dove do a fly off and never come back with a lot of it, no. And threw all the shit over the side and do a sinky motion and form a big mass in the sea. And 1492 years later, Columbus discovered it. That's a sort of anti-American joke. And I got pissed once over in America. And I told that on stage in Los Angeles. And they laughed. Great, eh? Oh, to have some fun, and God bless America. What's Joe Biden going to do about Israel? Ah, well, you know, isn't it? Mr. President, what are we going to do about the prostitution bill? Pay it. I'm glad you got that joke over there in the script writing department. So Donald Trump is about to go to court, I think today. They're picking the jury. How are they going to find a jury for Donald Trump that's impartial? You either like him or you hate him. He's a bit Marmite. He's a bit like me. He's a bit like Jimmy Carr, if you like. Everybody knows Donald Trump, and I've seen the photographs. Let's have a look at Stormy Daniels. Oh, fuck me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, how did a man with a comb over, who's got orange skin with blue bits round his eyes, manage to pull such a beauty and give her the good news? Well, apparently he's in court by saying that they're trying to prove that he covered up business dealings so he could give her a backhander and shut her up. Well, I wouldn't have shut her up. I'd have fucking married her, me. In fact, I might give her a call, because she'd be rich now after this court case. What's going to happen? Can he still be president? Well, good luck to him. Now then, I'm going to talk about some stuff in a minute that's a little bit sensitive. Of course, it's about Muslims, and of course, it's about London. Why wouldn't it be, with our mayor from London, who's joined at the hip with that fucking idiot in Scotland? And as I'm reading this, I'm planning now, I'm on a plane, as you're seeing this on there, on my way, first of all, to Newcastle, where I'll drive down to Billingham to do a gig at the Fantastic Forum, and then up to Glen Rothes. And Faith, are you coming up to Faith? Do you ken Faith? I do. And then off to Glasgow, my father's hometown, for a gig Saturday night that I've not played there for 3 or 4 years, maybe a bit more. Are the police going to be waiting for me? Am I going to alter my act? No, I'm not. It don't really get me niggly, freedom of speech. Because I think you can't go on and say, I hate fucking Irishmen or I hate Belgians, which we all do, but you just can't go on and say it. So you need to go on and tell jokes. I think that's what it is. I mean, Jimmy Carr say the same thing. It's a joke. If you're offended by it, it doesn't mean what I'm saying that I mean it. It's a joke. Ricky Gervais will say it's a joke. That really, the funny man serves the pints. It's a joke. So let's hope I don't get arrested. But this is not a joke, and this is about a school in London of which 50% of the people are Muslim. The Eid celebration has just gone on, and there seems to be more Eid Mubarak signs in London and places than you can shake a stick at. And good for them, good for them. It's no good us moaning saying we can't put up Merry Christmas because it offends Muslims, if we aren't prepared to be offended by the Muslim thing. Do you know what I mean? Why would you be offended because it says something in Muslim? Because there's no level playing field. So we'll talk about that in a minute. A school, 50% Muslim, and how this school has put its foot down. So if they can do it, we can do it. Don't you worry about that.
The governor, Mr. Jimmy Jones!
He gave me the name Jimmy Jones.
Oh, what was your name before?
Albert Simmons. Last show tonight, you're out.
No.
And I got the sack that night. Clear now. And I thought, I'd get like that.
Why did you have such a problem getting on to the early series of the comedians? What happened there?
That was caused to me by who I thought was a friend. He said, well, let me tell you, if he's your friend, you don't want another enemy.
Ho ho!
Thank you for coming. Good night. God bless you, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.